All right, welcome in everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Got a sweet deck that I've been tinkering around with for a while. I'm not sure how good it is in the given meta, since right now the meta is very much about being able to interact with Artist Talent and Monument and Storm Chaser's Talent. But that's not all that it's about, and this deck is doing some very powerful things. So we got Temur, like Dragonback Assault, is kind of like the top end that's going to end games. But the core of the deck, I love this core of Icetill Explorer and Esper Origins. They make like a really nice package to kind of let you ramp, but also Icetill Explorer mills cards, which lets you dig for Esper Origins, and then Winternight Stories, getting them in the yard, getting to do busted things like that. Yeah, and then we've got our sweeper here of Ill-Timed Explosion, some expensive stuff that we can pitch. Roaring Furnace is cheap removal early. You can pitch it to Ill-Timed Explosion to deal 7 everything. Steaming Sauna lets you get gas if that's what the game ends up being about. You get some cheap interaction with Into the Flood Maw and Torch the Tower. And Insidious Fungus, I haven't gotten any reps with the deck with this change yet, so I'm gonna see how it plays out. I had more Kellans in this spot before. Previous lists I had 3 Kellans and 2 Sandmans, but being able to have main deck Artifact and Enchantment Hate seems really important in this meta, and it does let you draw a card and put a land into play. So it still kind of does that role that Kellan plays. Kellan, notably though, does it says you can play an additional land this turn, so it synergizes more with Icetill Explorer. But the Insidious Fungus does let you draw a card as well for 3 mana total, so it's kind of just a trade-off. Yeah, so we're gonna take this deck for a spin in best of 3, and hopefully we can do some fun things with it. I feel like I've been trying to make Temur ramp work across multiple different formats, and it's always like good enough for me to like have fun playing it, but never good enough to actually be good. So well, this hand is unkeepable. If we had a second land, I'd be tempted, but another 1-lander? Geez, not a good start. So they kept 7. We're on the play, and we're going to 5. I mean, this is about as good as we can hope for, I guess. Keeping 5. Gonna put back Kellan. And probably Dragonback Assault. Although, like, best case scenario, we like rip a land off the top, play Shared Roots, and then like keep drawing lands. Esper Origins will kind of like bridge us. Yeah, I think the safe bet is to get rid of the Dragonback Assault, although like Dragonback Assault is what's going to like catch us back up if we are playing against like an aggressive deck that's playing to the board. But I think the double Esper Origins will kind of just let us bridge the gap here. Nice, we drew our land, and we are going to go get I think we want a blue so that we can play the back half of Steaming Sauna. Is this a cub? Oh, no. Okay, this looks like the Dragons deck that we just made in our last video with. Can't progress the board here, but hopefully we can find a land. There's a land, which is going to allow us to flash back Esper Origins next turn, and we're not in the worst spot here. Ooh, Icetill Explorer there is good, and we unfortunately don't have enough lands in our hand to, or enough cards in our hand to kill it with these Roaring Furnaces. But we're just going to play Esper Origins. I'm definitely keeping the Stomping Grounds I don't know if I want that second island, because I'm only going to be able to play one land next turn. And yeah, I think whatever is underneath the next card on top of our deck is probably going to be better than an island. And if we ever draw Icetill Explorer, like having lands in the graveyard is a very good thing. So, yeah, he just gets to pop off now with Icetill Explorer. Let's see what he's got. He's got 7 mana. Gets back Scavenger Regent. Yeah, I do think that this Green-Black Dragons deck is probably just a better shell for the Icetill Explorer Esper Origins package. Just because Overlord... okay, so he's got Caustic Exhale in his hand. I think I'd rather have my mana next turn than force him to play the Caustic Exhale, so I'm just going to take this. Super awkward, though, that I can't kill that Overlord without double Roaring Furnacing it, which means that... yeah. Pretty sure we're just stone cold dead here since Roaring Furnace can't kill this Overlord. I mean, we can do... I think we still need to kill what we can kill, though. So let's kill Icetill Explorer. I mean, he's just going to get it. Maybe we should have just spent both of them on the Overlord. Okay, getting rid of Winternight Stories is nice, because now we can flash it back. 2, 3. So we get to play a land this turn. 1, 2. Yeah, Roaring Furnace is only going to do 2. But yeah, we can play Ill-Timed Explosion next turn, though. And then discard either Dragonback Assault or the Roaring Furnace to clean up his boards. I mean, he's just got so many cards in his hand. Replaying the Icetill. And then he can just flash back the Esper Origins or slam the Regent. Yeah, there's the flashback. So you got Disruptive Stormbrood. So we're just priced into doing this. Yeah, I think we want to keep the Dragonback Assault, because if we can get him to like play the Stormbrood to kill our Sauna, or like this Esper Origins, that's kind of like our way to win here. So yeah. It is super demoralizing to like see your opponent's entire graveyard like effectively be in their hand. Nice. Okay. We wanted him to do that. So now we can slam Dragonback Assault, kill the Stormbrood, and then play this land to get A 4/4. And we're in it. All right. Depending on what he's got in his hand, we might actually be looking okay here. Blocking. Is this Caustic Exhale? Yeah, he telegraphed this earlier. That's fine. Excuse me. All right, what you got? So he binned one, kept one. Overlord is very good. Yeah, Overlord is just so good in this like mid-range mirror style. He's only got 17 cards left in his deck. Oh, but Stormbrood. Okay. Well, we're gonna make 2 dragons here. So do I want this ill-timed explosion? Kind of? I mean, he's gonna play the Stormbrood killing our Dragonback Assault, but we're going to have 2 dragons in play and an Esper Origins. I mean, ill-timed explosion might just be draw 2 cards. Yeah, I'm fine keeping both here. Oh, you know what? We're gonna... Yeah, we might... I should have done that first. Oh, that was bad. Yep. Yep. Womp womp. Oh, wasn't keeping track of how many basics we had. Good thing we still had one. So I mean, he's probably got more Caustic Exhales. So I think I just do this. And then I'm for sure at least killing the Esper. Oh, okay, he's turning on his Soulstone. I mean, that's if he can't get back the Overlords at this point, because that will just mill him. He's got 16 cards left in his deck. So let's do this. Make another 4/4 and then go to town. Yeah, if he wants, I guess he can get back his Stormbrood and kill our Dragonback Assault. Yeah, we're gonna trade here. So this is gonna go on the stack after we draw, so we can actually like see what we draw before we commit to. I should have held priority. I probably still just want to play the Sauna though. He's got 15 cards. Ooh. That lets us bounce. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, it essentially just, he loses one trigger because he can just play it and then sack the fish to... Wow, he omened that? I mean, I guess having that to omen means he's not going to deck out. Okay. That might have been a good draw. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah, that was a really good draw. Do we have a basic left in our deck? I think that we do. But let's... Yeah, we can still activate Sandman. Let's do this. Discard 1, 2. And then Fabled Passage. Wow, got the concession. Nice. Okay, so Frostcliff Siege is going to be good. Hugs is going to be good. Soul Guide Lantern is going to be good. I don't know if Detect Intrusion is going to be good. Torch is not what this game is going to be about. Honestly, Roaring Furnace wasn't super impressive there either, but I guess like having things to discard to Ill-Timed Explosion to kill the Overlord was important. He's probably going to bring in some amount of graveyard hate, so I usually like trim some of the synergy pieces against the graveyard hate. Does this say exile? Come on. Destroy. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, he doesn't have a ton of artifacts. And I mean, like, I guess Overlord. It'll kill Overlords. So that is our cleanest answer to Overlord. It might just be this. Just trim the graveyard synergies, expecting him to bring in, like, strategic betrayals. I honestly don't know if he was, like, dead in that scenario. Like, I think that might have been a little preemptive of a scoop. This hand is not great, but it does have Icetill Explorer and Fabled Passage, so I am going to keep. Ooh, nice. Let's see if he has the removal spell for this. I imagine he had to side out his Caustic Exhales, but maybe he didn't. Shared Roots, alright. Yeah, can do this as an instant, so we just pass the turn. Yeah, drawing that forest on turn 1 was sweet. Just slamming the 4/4. That's fine. Yeah, let's get Stomping Grounds into play. And then I don't care if that thing hits us a few times. Let's get a blue. And then Icetill Explorer. And I don't want to pop the Fabled Passage yet, just because if he does have Graveyard Hate at sorcery speed, I want to keep the Fabled Passage from getting exiled. Like, if he has Strategic Betrayal here, I would not pop the Fabled Passage yet. He's got his own Icetill Explorer. Okay. Ooh, hitting Esper Origins. Very nice. He's bringing the beat down. yeah, there's nothing at instant speed that's going to punish me for popping this, so I think I just want to do it at the end of turn. So I can play this Fabled Passage. And then play this. I do have a 4th island in the deck, so I might just want to cast this Winternight Stories right now. I think I do. Yeah, just use my mana here. Esper Origins too, nice. Pitch the Fungus. Alright. If he has I don't want to offer this trade because next turn I can just kill him with Frostcliff Siege and Icetill Explorer. Frostcliff Siege might actually belong in the main deck. Like, it's super good. Reclamation Sage. All right. So let's do this. And then this. I have 2 more basics in the deck. I want to hold priority here because I don't want to mill my own basic. All right, that was sweet. Yeah, that was super sweet. Dragonback Assault. Raw, get him. All right, let's do one more. Strongest Gamer. Play first. Yeah, this isn't super ideal, but I mean, like, we get to shared roots on 2, and then we can double Origins on 3 if we want to. Gonna have to pay a 2 life for Stomping Ground, but it is what it is. Or just play Icetill Explorer on turn 2. That's also awesome. Spell Pierce, man. Main deck Spell Pierce, get wrecked. Get wrecked indeed. Yeah, I think we get the, we've got a handful of green cards, so let's just get 3rd green source. And you want to Spell Pierce this too, buddy? Flood Pit's Drowner. All right, so this looks like blue-black mid-range. We really need a 4th land, so we're getting rid of both of those. Am I getting Kaito'd here? Kaito wouldn't be the end of the world because I get to just Flood Maw it. All right, got our land. Tidebinder here would be so tilting. Oh, man. Whew. Breathe a sigh of relief on that. All right. Yeah, let's just do our Icetill thing. And then we can... Well, I don't know. Esper Origins is pretty appealing here, too. Yeah, and then that way we can save Icetill to get, like, 2 lands in play off of it. Hopefully just, like, draw a card here. Why didn't he... I don't understand. Why didn't he just counter my land? Definitely been in that Winternight Stories. I think I want to also bin this Icetill Explorer. Just hope to hit a land here. Okay. Yeah, because if he kills the Icetill Explorer, then I want to still, like, make my land drops. The weird thing with Icetill Explorer is that, like, if you play it and you haven't played a land yet in that turn, then they always have a window to, like, instant speed removal kill it, because playing your land from your graveyard is going to trigger the mill trigger, and that creates a window where they have a spot to kill Icetill before you get to play the second land out of your graveyard. I've had that come up a few times. Not every opponent is going to catch that, though. But... he's just deep in the tank. I'd be astonished if he didn't have some sort of spot removal here. He's deep in the tank. Just regretting not Tidebindering my Fabled Passage trigger. That would have been very backbreaking. So he just, like, passes the turn on time? I mean, are they just disconnecting and, like, being salty? Or maybe disconnected unintentionally? I don't know. I could ill-timed Explosion here, and then, like, pitch these 2 Esper Origins. That's very appealing, actually. I would not get to play another spell. I mean, I could play Winternight Stories by tapping my... I kind of just want to get Icetill Explorer in play, though, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to tap my red, because I want to have... I want to have blue for Winternight Stories, and then... yeah, let's pop these. Get a red. And get, what, like a green? Yeah. Oh, now we can double Winternight Stories. That's actually pretty appealing. Or I could... now I can just ill-timed Explosion. That's actually pretty good. Pitch at these 2 Esper Origins. If he has main deck Graveyard Hate, like, we just played right into it here. But the way that... I mean, they had to have just disconnected. They did nothing with 4 mana. Sure does feel nice just like having all these virtual cards in our hand with all the flashback spells and the being able to make our land drops from the graveyard. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure they just disconnected Salty McSalterson. Excuse me. Yeah. I probably should have mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but sorry for recording on my phone. I'm actually just recording this waiting for my daughter to finish her. She is at a performance arts class, and I am sitting in the car waiting for her. So this is the only time I really get these days to play Magic and record content. Sitting in the car by myself. There's worse things in the world, though. But sorry to the viewer, that means that you have to watch this on my phone. Probably doesn't make for the best content, but yeah, I want to do one more. Like, that was hardly a match. My opponent played 2 spells and misplayed and then disconnected, so... Yeah, we would have been in trouble if they had Tidebindered our Fabled Passage, because then we would have had to, like, Esper Origins from hand that turn, try and find a land, probably find a land, not guaranteed to be an untapped land, though, and then try and, like, scrounge our way into the game from there, facing down his 5 power in play, so... This is not a good hand. It would be a good hand if we had one more land, but... Same with this one. Yeah, we can't keep this, so going to 5. This is reasonable. Fabled Passage plus Icetill Explorer. I'm gonna get rid of Starting Town and Flood Maw. Ooh, okay, so we're against Lessons. This is the boogeyman of the format. Grand is just so good. I think I need to just Roaring Furnace it here, even though it, like, completely messes with our curve. Yeah, let's just kill it. Grand is, like, the best target for Roaring Furnace in this deck, too, so... Okay. We could be doing a lot worse for ourselves. Go get an island. As long as we stick this Icetill Explorer, like, we should be okay. We only have 3 ways in the main deck to kill a monument or this talent. So, is this a talent? Stormchaser's talent? Another Grand, and Grand is on now. Nice. Man, this deck's, like, card velocity is just insane. Let's see, maybe we can hit, like, whatchamacallit, like an Esper Origins. There we go. Or a Winternight Stories. Hey! Not bad, not bad. Refilled our hand a little bit, but now our opponent gets to play literal Ancestral Recall with a loot. Rough. Combustion Technique incoming, probably. Bouncing Icetill Explorer, okay. Stormchaser's talent. Man, they are just popping off. It's just a matter of time until they find their monument. So they've discarded 4 Boomerang basics. Could Ill-Timed Explosion here. I mean, let's... I think we need to get a little bit lucky. So let's try and get a little lucky. So I think I have one more base. Ah, there's the fungus. We needed that fungus. All right, so let's, I don't know, Ill-Timed Explosion here seems risky. I mean, like, worst case scenario, we just draw 2 cards, but I don't know, like Grand, just making everything cheaper. I really hate that, but I would also really hate, like, casting Ill-Timed Explosion and then not killing Grand. Yeah, let's... This could be wrong, but... Oh, am I going to get quenched? Alright, well, get quenched anyway. Nice. There's the Monument, okay. Now their deck just gets to pop off. Oof. Big oof. They were like kind of running out of cards, and then they just drew the literal Ancestral Recall. They have the treasure. Taking 5. All right. We could be doing a lot worse. Probably should have played around that. Played the land from my hand first, because now I don't get to play the second land. Like, if I played that land from my hand before playing the Icetiller, then I would have for sure gotten the second land trigger. Dragonback Assault. Okay. I mean, we can't cast any other spells this turn, which is unfortunate. Yeah, if we had that other land in our hand, like, this would be so much better, because then we could get Sandman back this turn as well. Oh, wait, no, we get to cast Winternight Stories now. Pitch. Goes down. I don't think we have... We might not have any basics left. Alright, we have 1 basic left. Okay. I mean, we're dead in 1.5 turn cycles just to this Monument triggering every turn. Yeah. So... yeah. Oh, we almost came back. Yeah, that kills us. All right. like I said at the beginning of the video, one of the reasons not to play this version of the deck is that you are very weak to this particular deck, with very few ways in the main deck to interact with them. Let's see. Furnace not the greatest. Honestly, Sandman kind of... I mean, if I'm able to like keep their graveyard under control, then Sandman is good, because Combustion Technique can't get us. But I don't think this is where we want Into the Flood Maw. Into the Flood Maw might just be the wrong card to be playing in that slot too. And then I'm just gonna trim one of each of our graveyard pieces, like I have been, since they're probably gonna bring in graveyard hate. Play first. Okay. Let's just shortcut this. I don't think we lose anything by telling them that we're getting a green mana. It might have been correct to just play the Winternight Stories first. And then discard the Kellan, because getting the extra land into play is not super important here. Yeah, let's just pitch these two. I mean, Kellan is one of our ways to actually kill that monument, but he needs to attack, which is usually not super reliable. So let's just go for flashing back the Winternight Stories. Put this in our graveyard. Flashback Winternight Stories. Yeah, he has Iroh's Demonstration. So we don't need shared roots, and we can get rid of... Get this other Winternight Stories into the bin. Play our Stomping Ground and say go. Yeah, so Kellan would have just died. It's better that we got to draw that card off of Esper Origins. Let's see. We can play this and then play Esper Origins. I should have played the Lantern first. Gosh darn it. I thought of it as soon as I played it. Let's discard Ill-Timed Explosion and Esper Origins. Might have been right to discard a land there since I have the Icetiller. No, I already have lands in the graveyard. Yeah, it's fine. Not a ton of basics left, though. Yeah, he's just popping off. Like, Insidious Roots is honestly probably going to be too little too late here. See, I've been, like, using all my mana every turn, so... Was there a turn that I could have gotten Soul Guide Lantern into play? I mean, obviously I should have done it before letting him Combustion Technique my guy. But... Alright, so let's do... this. And let's get rid of the talent. Brutal. Naturally. He's just gonna discard at the end of his turn and trigger Monument. This is hilarious. Alright. We can play this. Do we have any basics left? We have 2 islands and a forest left. I think I just want to play this starting town, though. Oof. Nice. Okay. Naturally. I mean, like, once they get their engine going, it's just so hard to, like, dig yourself out of the card advantage that they get to accumulate. Just having, like, 1 or 2 turns with talent and monument going, it's super hard to come back from. Double talent. Did they have to pop both their treasures? Okay, so they have no more treasures, but they just have infinite cards in their hand. Yeah. I mean, maybe, like, we're just supposed to play Cease and Desist for spots like this, but... we need full control because we want to pop this before milling our basic. Oh, we have 3 basics. Yeah. I think we can just play Stomping Ground here because we're just gonna... Oh, there's another Dragonback Assault. Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's got a full grip and his engine in play, so we're just basically... It's a formality at this point that we're still playing this game. Yep. Gets to make a treasure, and then trigger each of his monuments twice. Discarding, yep. Yeah, I wonder how this game would have ended up differently, like if Kellan had a spot to actually live. Nice, now he gets to wreck our graveyard, and we have, like, no gas. Yeah. we don't have any outs here. Like, even if we crack the screw and draw like Reclamation Sage, kill. I don't even know what we would kill. Probably his talent in the monument. I don't know why he didn't pop his lantern there. Oh, that's why, because he just has the Stone Cold Nuts for us. Pitched a Riddler. Alright, yeah, we're dead. Good game. Any spell on his main phase kills us. Alright, yeah, so as I said, this matchup is very difficult for this build of the deck. I mean, we do get to sideboard into... We have 7 ways to interact with enchantments, but like all of them are super... enchantments and artifacts, but all of them are super clunky. So, like the green-black version has... Ooh, excuse me. Green-black version has main deck Urgent Necropsy, which is super efficient against them. You get Monument and Talent in 1 card. And Stormbrood, and then you get to sideboard into... you can bring in like Duresses, you can bring in more Reclamation Sages, and then the Graveyard interaction as well, but then they also have Overlord to like go and get, go search for the extra interaction, so yeah. I mean, I still like this engine. I don't know if it's super competitive right now, just because it's especially susceptible to Graveyard Hate, well, which everybody is packing right now anyway, because it's so important to have Graveyard Hate against the Lesson deck, and Reanimator, which is also one of the contenders that can actually compete with the Lesson deck. So everybody has Graveyard Hate to hit our engine, and yeah, this deck is super fun and it's sweet when it pops off, but I don't think that it's necessarily doing what the format is asking of you right now. But if you made it this far in the video, appreciate you watching. Hopefully you had some fun watching Dragonback Assault pop off, and yeah, hit that like button. Don't know how much I'm gonna try and grow the channel, but yeah, when I have these in-between moments, I like recording and then doing something with it. So peace and chicken grease. Until next time. Laters.